Hello, my name is Zachary Van Duzen, and I'm here today to inform you about thermal pollution. During this speech, I will talk about what is thermal pollution, what causes thermal pollution, how thermal pollution affects the environment, and some solutions for dealing with thermal pollution. According to Michael C. Hogan, author for the Encyclopedia of Earth, thermal pollution is the act of altering the temperature of a natural body of water, which may be a river, lake, or ocean environment. The main causes for thermal pollution are chemical industries, fossil fuel, and nuclear power plants. These causes use water from nearby water sources for cooling their machines, generating power. This heated water is then released back into the body of water in which it was drawn from. There are four main effects that thermal pollution has on an environment. The first one, they are thermal shock, oxygen depletion, forced migration, and shorter plant life. Thermal shock, as said by Dan Taylor, thermal shock is a risk of thermal pollution, as many organisms have enzyme systems that are adapted to a very low range of temperature. A sudden temperature change can kill these organisms. Fish usually have a temperature range differing about 10 degrees. When this heated water is added back into their ecosystem, oftentimes it kills the fish immediately because their systems can't handle it, or called thermal shock. This causes fish kills, which usually happen around the discharge points from factories or power plants. Mohit Isija wrote an article where he said some power plants release up to 50% of the generated heat back to coastal waters, and in all these cases, a fish kill occurred. Oxygen depletion. Heated water has less oxygen than the cold water. This in turn, the heated water causes increased metabolic rates of the organisms, increasing their need for more sufficient oxygen. This causes forced migration. Fish move to more suitable ecosystems because their ecosystem either kills them or they need the better oxygen. This has a domino effect attached to it. When the fish migrate from one ecosystem to another, they unbalance the new ecosystem that they joined, causing fish from that ecosystem to migrate on to another one. Oftentimes in small lakes or creeks, forced migration and oxidation completely destroys the ecosystem there because the fish have nowhere else to go. Shorter plant life. The rise in temperature causes plant growth to greatly increase. With the rapid growth of these plants, overpopulation starts to occur. With less nutrients in this ecosystem, the plants start dying out faster. Also, this increased plant population causes forced migration because the plants take all the nutrients in the area, causing the fish to move on. According to Root Neves, the problem is one of managing tremendous amounts of waste heat in a manner that will maintain or enhance physical, chemical, biological, and biological nature of our water resources. This means that it is hard to maintain this heated water and put it back into the ecosystem at the same temperature in which it was drawn out. But there are two ways in which they have been doing this: cooling tanks and storage ponds. Cooling tanks are large tanks which hold the heated water after it is used and either cool it with giant fans or chemical processes. Storage ponds are large ponds that hold the heated water and are often right next to where the water was originally drawn. They use the natural air around it to cool the water, and the water slowly leaches back into the ecosystem. Alright. Hey. Spin it. That was 5 minutes.